Yeah, it sucks. And also it also blows that if I use something like ultimate kidney shot or ultimate quick attack, I think the ultimate's because of the boost, I think. Pretty sure. Or no. Yeah. They're I think maybe they're just called that because I maxed them out to master. But if I use these two abilities and they quote unquote resist slash dodge, it dodges the like if they resist the buff or the debuff, I should say, they resist the damage as well, and that shouldn't be the case, you know. I mean, there should be two things that go into it where you could dodge either the damage or dodge the debuff. If you dodge the damage, then you dodge obviously the debuff with it because if you don't land the hit, then there's nothing to do. But you should be able to resist you have a chance to resist the damage or resist the debuff but get hit by the damage. Obviously if you resist the damage and the debuff, you would be godlike and stuff like that. You know, you would be awesome, cool, the best person in the universe, you know. But you'd be the best person in the universe because you would have a high dodge rate and such like that. It feels still weird, like even when this goes off the rail, not off the rails, but when this hits, you know, pre-open or open beta, and you know gets released one day, they're all okay, you know. People who own Dragon Ball Z wants to get in on it and be like, hey man, let's bring it back up again. You're right, blah 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 blah. There will be a lot of balancing issues that will be part of this game. I personally, I think there'll be a lot of balancing issues. In my opinion, it's my opinion that says that there are a lot of things that are broken in this game, and I remember people telling people like in forums and stuff like that. Usually I browse the forums whenever like you know something goes wrong. For example, like when I was looking up the Dragon Ball hunt. I remember people saying how bullshit level 70 was, and that the max was 60 when Dragon Ball Online was, but 70 was a plan. I think when the original Dragon Ball Online, not the Dragon Ball, yeah, the original DBO back in 2013, 12. I believe that's when it got shut down. Back then they had level 60. If what they say is correct, you know, I just feel as if there's something broken. There's a lot of stuff that are kind of wrong. People complain about this right here, the recovery potions. I don't mind them because they help me out a lot when I level up and such like that. And that's pretty much what MMOs that are designed to help you out get to late game, as in, you know, someone's fighting them. I mean, designed to late game. I mean, leveling shouldn't be a bitch. It should not be something that holds you back. You shouldn't be stuck on this certain part or this certain. I'll take these boot troops. You shouldn't be stuck on this certain part just because you're low level or whatever. You know, I saw some guides of like level. I was wondering, is leveling up as easy as it to 1 to 30? And I was actually looking up some stuff from the original Dragon Ball Online forum page and saying that there was a whole process to it, that there were little splurts where it's better to either gather a bunch of friends and do dungeons to get to the next level in order to get to the next area. For example, like I remember this area, for example, you have this general snowy slash, you know, Terra biome or what you want to call it, is I think it's like 30 to like 40 or like borderline 40, I believe. And then you have to move up to this area where it's 40 to 47. But then there's an awkward stage between like 46 or not 47 to like 48 or something like that. There was like the 40s region, I think it's 44 to 41 or 40. So there was an awkward area where it said for these two levels, the best thing you should do is go and grind. And I was kind of confused, and they said that down the road when you hit like level 50s and stuff like that, it will still have you still have to do that awkward grind. And I find that so weird. Maybe it's because I'm so used to the game nowadays or at other MMOs, maybe something like Terra. Like Terra MMO, like that thing is so like you could blow past the leveling up process because they are more designed on getting you to level 30. They don't give a shit if you want it. They'll give you all the XP bonuses, everything you need in order to level up your character. They don't care because the problem isn't gaining, or the problem is getting the person to that point and helping them stick to the game. As in almost every MMO, like your first priority is to level up your character. Then after that, you gear up your character, and after that, you can do whatever you want. You can do PVE, or you can do PvP. That's pretty much the point of your character. I need to go kill more wolves. But in Dragon Ball Online, the biggest struggle is leveling up. And as soon as you hit level 70, I've seen people on the forum say that they hit level 70 and they just quit. Because one thing is there's no, obviously there is a late game challenge, but it's more everything's RNG. Like people are, buying stones or buying gear, or doing stuff like that. So, and there are also people who do PvE or PvP, but the game isn't at a state of balance yet, or a great state of balance. For example, if I hit B, there was a little, what do you call it, a little shithole that was literally right here. And he was level 5. It's not, obviously it's not the best state of balance. Obviously there are always going to be hackers, and there's going to be this and that, and you could argue about this or that. And I'm about to hit level 30, so I better use these things because I think they go away at level, I can't use that now. I'm in the ground. I'm almost level 31. There you go. Now I have to throw those away because you can get like 80 of these boosters, but they only go through 1 to 30, which really, it's not my, obviously it's not my, the best thing for me. I really don't give a shit because it's not mine. But people who complain about like these things here, they're honest to God just trying to help people that are not hardcore gamers or hardcore people who are on this 24/7 or such like that. They're pretty much I killed the wolves, right? Yeah, I did. So what's next? Another bull trip. I can go outside now. They're pretty much for people who are everyday gamers that go day to day and jump on, level up a little bit, and jump off, go to work, go to school, whatever. Pretty much it's all the point. Some people are better at leveling up and some people are worse. Obviously they have to compensate that by giving other people these stuff. And I don't mind these things. These things are like completely they're completely okay with me. They're a good mechanic, in my opinion. And people complain about them not because in PvE, the people complain about them in PvP, which it should be disabled in PvP. It would suck ass if you got that person low in the beginning and you crushed their ass, but all of a sudden, they use potions. Like potions should be disabled, or potions or life points or whatever the hell you want to call it. There should be nothing like that in PvP. Nothing at all. There shouldn't be like that. You can take potions to do more damage or do shit like that, but there should be nothing that revives your health during a PvP or a PvP situation. That's completely idiotic to me. Maybe, obviously, you have some characters who have healing in their kits. Obviously, like, I guess I believe a Majin is a healer, and the Namekians are healers. If you fought 1v1 against a Namekian or whatever, or against a Majin, they had healing in their kit. Obviously, they can use that because that's in their kit. That's the whole point, But if they don't, there's no point. Like, it's your class, your gear against that person. So if you have gear that, like for example, I have where's the gear at? I have recover 1% of LP from damage taken, or 1%, another one right here. If this kind of like, that's your gear, that it does a whole different thing. That's the whole point. It should be your skills and your gear, the thing that you apply to or the gear that you use in order to, what's the word for it? To heighten your skills, if that makes sense. 31, woo! Yeah. There we go. It just, if Dragon Ball Online gets released, and it's Dragon Ball Online Global, Dragon Ball Online, whatever, the people who are on, I don't know what the word is, the people who are in charge of the rights for the Dragon Ball Online story mode because they're putting in Xeno Universe and such like that. That should be, they should get on the bandwagon of MMOs. And the reason why I say is because if you want more people to, let me see if I can level up anything up here. I can level up that. Mastered. Can't level up anything in here. Oh, pretty much done after that. I can level this at 34. Okay. The people who own the collective rights for that, which is I don't know or remember who actually owns Dragon Ball Z anymore, besides obviously the person who created Dragon Ball Z. I think it's like Akira Toriyama or something like that. I think I don't remember. The only person I remember that like by heart is like Kishimoto, who was the owner, the creator of not Dragon Ball, Naruto. Just because he has so many quotes, and that's a time where I could literally grow up with an anime, if that makes any sense. Because when Naruto was being written, I was growing up at the time. Like when Naruto first came out on the TV, I think I was like middle school. So and then I got to watch it in high school, and then now it's finished. Like when I got out of high school, or no, it wasn't finished while I was in high school. It was close to being finished in high school. Where do you come from?